Welcome guys to the Slowpoke World, and we're back today with some more Vivid Voltage deck profiles, and today we're looking at the big, bad, scary Coalossal VMAX. It's a card that I actually wasn't terribly sold on, but a viewer sent me a list. I've tried it out, made a few changes, but man, I'm now a believer. Coalossal VMAX is here to stay, baby. Let's have a look. Cheers! Alright, so let's get involved with the big bad scary. So we're starting off with 3 Coalossal VMAX, okay? Really cool Pokemon. I'm going to zoom in because I'm not actually sure what the stuff is on there, but that's actually quite good leaving it zoomed like that, huh? Right, so we've got Coalossal VMAX, VMAX Pokemon 330 HP, 2 attacks. First one, Eruption Blast. For 1 fighting, you do 40, discard the top card of your deck. If it's an energy card, do an extra 90, and you reattach. So, is it 90? Yeah, 90. So you do 130, right? That's pretty good, super efficient, and you get to attach it as well. So you can start. We can get more energies into play. Let's see what that second attack is then. For 3 fighting, 1 colorless, you do 240. So that's not terribly great. But what it does do is 2-shot. You know, pretty much everything. 1-shot cessation, which is nice. 2 shots everything else. Extremely tanky. I love decks that are really low maintenance, and having that nice little 1 for like 130 punch is pretty cool. And in combination with the new Stone Fighting and other cards that we'll get to in the list, Coalossal VMAX is here to stay. He is a tanky geezer. Like, we've got some gameplay. I'm not sure if it'll be up before or after this, but there's been plenty of games where 1 Coalossal VMAX is just 6-0'd. You know, I've added some healing into the list, and it is scary. It sounds really underwhelming, right? Like 1 for 130 into 4 for 240, right? But let me tell you, it adds up. We get a few of those Stone Fightings on, you get some buff paddings, you're doing some big damage, and you're not taking much back. Let's have a look at the normal V then. Hold on. So we got 4 of the Coalossal V. We only play it because we have to. It's not particularly great. 220 HP. Searing Flare. I've never actually used any of the attacks. I've played a few games with this Coalossal. I've never actually attacked with this. But you got 3 for 90, and your opponent's burn. Oh, great. We've got no energy acceleration, and then 4 for 180. You know, it is literally just there so we can evolve. Right. So we got some. Oh god, this is a Giraffe. Oh no. Oh, let's sort this out a little bit. Hold on. Drag that down. There we go. Right, so we can flip these over, and I got some Jirachis. Why is it not putting Jirachi on the front? Okay, well, we've got 4 Jirachis. You can see them there. We already play a high switch count and a high stellar wish count. And we need to actually like use a combination of trainers to make sure we always have an energy on the top for our Coalossal VMAX. You know, we've got lots of like Viridian and Rotom Phone. Jirachi's just going to help us do that. You know, grab the Rotom Phones, you know, grab Quick Balls for Oran Guru, because obviously, you know, spoiler alert, we got 3 Oran Guru. You know, Oran Guru is just like really good. I'm trying my hardest to get like these Jirachis in front. Hold on. I do love Tabletop Simulator, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it is finicky, and we leave it like that. So yeah, Oran Guru, really good. You know, in an ideal world, all you do is just have an energy in your hand, put it to the top, use your Eruption Blast, and boom, it's attached, right? You know, 2 energies for the turn. Next turn, you attach 1 more, but and now you're at 4, right? Oran Guru is the lifeblood of the deck. Really cool. Lets you preserve energies on the back of your like researchers or Marnies, anything like this. And that's why we play 3 of them, because it's imperative that sometimes I've used multiple in the game and it's worked really well. If the opponent tries to Guzman boss has ordered it down for whatever reason, you know, we'll be safe. And then we play 1 Crobat V. And this is just so we do have some sort of drawing out. What I do like about this deck, the games I've played, I've rarely actually had to use the Crobat, which is super nice. It means that your opponent has to go through, you know, your 330 or with buff padding, what, 380 VMAX Pokemon, right? Like there's no way around it. It's pretty cool. Right, let's get onto these supporters. Take it out a little bit now. There we go. So, starting off, we have 4 Professor's Research. That should come as no shock, even though we are super low maintenance. Professor's Research is nice. Just lets us find all our stuff, lets us evolve our VMAX, you know. Just 4 research is just nice, isn't it? You know what I mean? We then play 3 bosses orders. Now I wouldn't mind a 4th here, I'm not gonna lie to you, but space, funnily enough. can be a bit of a premium in this deck. So we've got 3 bosses orders. You know, we two-shot most of it. If we just, because we don't actually really need to play out terribly many cards in this deck, we can afford to hold on to these and be sort of clinical with them. Pretty cool. Just let's just pick off the Denes late game, that sort of stuff. So, and if Dojo's live as well, we can actually start like one shot in other stuff. So, boss orders is pretty cool. Wouldn't mind a 4, but 3 is fine. 2 Marnies, just so we can add a little bit of disruption. And it's actually really nice to have some hand disruption, you know, because a lot of decks are now like, so like look at Clay DP. Only reason it exists because you have no hand disrupt. I don't feel as if warranting stamp is worth it, because most of the time when your first Coalossal VMAX has gone down, you're not really going to have 4 on the next one. So it isn't like you can say knock out this one and buff, you know, have this next immovable object. So I think 2 Marnies is fine to help you ticking over. We got 2 Malolanas. You know, in combination with the many switching cards we have, you know, we can like Malolana into Jirachi, then switch back out, get a Stellar Wish off, or we can just, you know, scoop up net, all that good stuff. And I tell you what, Malolana can be an insult on some decks, like an absolute insult on some low damage decks. Like a Dragapult, for example. You are just laughing at a Dragapult, right? They even resist fire, it doesn't matter. Like, so Malolana's comes through in the clutch. That's why I play 2 of those. Oh, they're the stadiums. Okay, well, once I get onto that now. So you got 2 Viridian Forest. Again, really nice in combination with Oranguru. You can just pluck an energy out of deck, put it to the top. Most of the time, actually, I mean, if you can get away with not using it, obviously don't use it because your opponent can always use it. But I think you do have to have them. We don't play like a crazy high basic energy count, so we can't really afford to not. But 2 Viridians just helps you ticking over. And when you want to see multiple energy turns, you can always like manual attach and use your Eruption Blast. I think Viridian's worth it. However, we do play the Martial Arts Dojo if we do get off to like a slightly slower start and we're behind on prize. Let's say Jirachi goes down for whatever reason, or no Oranguru, or even the Crobat. Dojo then lets us start hitting into crazy numbers. Now we start doing 280 with our 4 energy attack, which obviously one-shots ADP, all good stuff. 280 is a very good number, and it pushes our Eruption Blast into 130, 170. Pretty cool. Okay, this could be right. So we got 4 Quick Ball. That actually wasn't too bad, was it? We got 4 Quick Ball. I don't think I need to explain why we need to play 4 of those. Let's just get down Oranguru. Let's get down Jirachi. Let's get down Coalossal V. Pretty cool. 4 communications. Now, we only play like, what, 15 Pokemon, I feel. So communication is that number where it's like you're not always guaranteed to have Pokemon in hand. But when you do, Pokemon communication is really nice. Obviously, searches out Jirachi, searches out Oranguru, searches out everything. And you could go down more of an Evo Incense route if you wanted to just, you know, search out the VMAXs, because we ain't got that many Pokemon. But for now, I think in the games I've played, communication has been fine. Because once you got your first VMAX out, it's like you're constantly having to find stuff with this deck, which I like. Once you get that first VMAX up, provided you get some stones on quite some quick with some buff patterns, you ain't get that first one ain't going anywhere. So, okay, this is going to be quite interesting. How we're going to? I need to think of a new way to lay these decks, huh? Okay, hold on. So we just scoot these down. There we go. Right, so we got 4 switch. Again, we're playing Jirachi, so I feel as if, you know, 4 switch is no surprise. If they try and like gust up another Coalossal V that haven't VMAXed yet, they try and you know, stall. You got 4 switches. One good thing about if they do try and boss us orders another Coalossal VMAX, let's say you got one on the bench or one on the bench with no energy, that's not evolved. All you need to do is just VMAX evolve and you're hitting them again. Really cool. There's not really many bosses orders traps. Yeah. 3 scoop up nets. Now I don't actually find myself using Jirachi a ridiculous amount, alright? So what I tend to use these scoop up nets for is, let's say I've led white and I've used it a little bit, I'll actually use it as prize denial, right? So, you know, let's say once you've got your 4 energy on your Coalossal VMAX, or even your second Coalossal VMAX, right? You got 4 energies on it, so you know it's not going anywhere. Scoop up net everything else, right? What, go on then. KO this 400 HP geezer. Go on, try it, I dare you. You ain't gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? So, scoop up nets, that's what I really use it for. It's just like clowns, where you're like, you know, bum rushing your Jirachi every single turn. I rarely even use it, to be honest with you, but we need to bump up the Pokemon count for Pokemon communication. So we're already playing switches and scoop up nets. Let's you reuse Oranguru potentially as well, if that situation has come up before for me. Right, 3 Rotom-Phone. I wouldn't mind a 4th here. Because what Rotom-Phone lets you do, if you haven't got a Viridian out on energy in hand, Rotom-Phone lets you just have to do a 5-card dig, try and find an energy card, just so you can bang it to the top for your Eruption Blast, and it just helps you to keep ticking over. Wouldn't mind a 4th in here, in all honesty. I'm tempted, like I said, to try and cut the Jirachis and go like an Evo Incense route, and if you do cut the Jirachis, then a 4th Rotom-Phone can be the way to go. Not sure what these are. Oh, these are going to be the buff paddings, right? Oh, my lord. Buff padding is... it's ridiculous. So, buff padding gives you a plus 50 HP, right, for your Coalossal VMAX. So now you get to 380. 380. 380. That's ridiculous. 380. Oh, my lord. But in combination with some other cards that we've got, you can push that to be even more ridiculous. So, here are the new special energies from the set, right? Stone Fighting Energy. If you remember Strong Energy, these are like the reverse. So instead of doing an extra 20, we take 20 less damage. Taking 20 damage reduction is always better because you get multiple uses of it. Like this versus a Big Chomp is obviously better because Big Chomp you only get an effective 30. With this, if you get hit twice, it's an effective 40, right? Really cool. So if you can start stacking these on early, right? Like if you... Let's say your opening hand, right? You go in first, you have a Coalossal on the bench, you attach Stone Energy Pass, right? If you then Eruption Blast another stone, or you're now at minus 40, right? So that means you're a 330 VMAX. That's minusing 40 potentially with a buff padding on. You get to some ridiculous effective HPs. And this is why, like, if decks aren't doing enough damage, like, you can just laugh at them. Like, I was playing against Donphan with this, and Donphan was doing 60. 60! Oh my lord. And then with, like, Malolana, and you can just... Oh, it's silly. So you can find these early on. You're in a good spot, that's for sure. Okay, we got 6 basic fighting. That's a really good number. Even though we do have to play, like, musical chairs with them a lot for our Eruption Blast, we actually don't need that many, because we build towards that 240 very fast. So 6 seems to be a good number. And then we play 1 Capture Energy just to help us find, you know, Jirachis, Orangurus, stuff like this. Nice little card to have. You could argue this is like a flex spot. You could change this to like 4th Rotom Phone, another consistency Pokemon, 4th Bosses, another supporter, Power Pad. But for now, Capture Energy has proven to be quite good. I've actually used it quite a bit, so... Let me know what you think. Are you convinced by Coalossal VMAX? If you're not, give it a go and you'll see how absolutely bonkers it is. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I put out new Vivid Voltage content almost every day. So thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time.